Hey there, big splashy news and something that's going to be completely misinterpreted by most people. So stick around, hear the details, it's important for you. So there's a study that just came out today, very good study, reasonably well proportioned, 800 people in the treatment group, 800 people in the non-treatment group, we'll get back to that. Great data, well controlled. And what it's saying is that under very specific circumstances, the addition of radiation treatment for certain kinds of breast cancer adds no value. Now that's fantastic news, because if you fall into that category, you don't want to take any more treatment than you have to. But I guarantee you what people are going to start saying is that radiation doesn't help, radiation doesn't do anything, that breast cancer doesn't need radiation. That is not what this is saying. It's not. Hello, and welcome to Elevating Cancer Treatment, where we explain the science and debunk myths to help you navigate your health journey. I'm Dr. Chaplin. An important reminder, I'm a PhD, not an MD. The information in this video is education, and it's not medical advice. Every cancer is unique, and no general information applies to everyone. If that sounds interesting, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And two quick things. First, as a thank you for being here, I've created a free resource, 10 things to elevate your chemo journey, which you can download from the link below. And second, by signing up, you'll also get updates on that innovative cancer treatment I'm working on. Here's the deal. 800 people, well, 808 in the group with radiation, 799 in the group without radiation. They were compared for basically 10 years, 9.6 years. Really good follow-up, comparing the survival of those two groups and different kinds of disease progression. We'll get into that. So really no difference. 81.4% survival with the radiation, 81.9% survival without radiation. So radiation didn't add anything, but it's important to know what the circumstances were. This wasn't just breast cancer. This was breast cancer that was serious enough, that had progressed enough that everyone in the study, treated, untreated, the baseline was total mastectomy, total removal of the lymph nodes, what they call axillary procedure, all the lymph nodes near the mastectomy site, and systemic therapy. Systemic therapy is your chemo and your targeted therapy. So this is Herceptin, this is estrogen blockers like tamoxifen, this is full-on chemo. So these people, these women had mastectomies, all the lymph nodes removed, and systemic therapy, chemo and targeted therapy, all of that. Now, the radiation type, what they call chest wall irradiation, wasn't targeted. It wasn't at a spot. It wasn't that some tumor was identified, because remember, total mastectomy, the entire breast was removed. This was sort of, let's irradiate the whole area just as a backup to make sure that we get any remaining cells, any little metastases. And for that circumstance, it doesn't add value. And we'll get more into how thoroughly it doesn't add value. It really doesn't add value. But that's not to say that radiation doesn't help. That is, for this kind of scenario where you have radical surgery, where you have complete removal of all of the lymph nodes, where you have systemic therapy, full course systemic therapy, that the radiation doesn't add anything above that. This is not to say that radiation if there's a tumor that's localized, that you can't do radiation therapy on that and have major benefit. That has been shown. That's a completely different question than what this is addressing. So let's go back to the paper itself. Really no difference. So if you find yourself in this circumstance, total mastectomy, all the lymph nodes removed, systemic therapy, the addition of generalized radiation treatment to the entire chest wall doesn't add anything. Not only was there no difference in overall survival, there was no difference in disease-free survival. That was 76.2% against 75.5%. No difference. Metastasis-free survival, 78% versus 79%. Really no difference. But again, remember, as lovely as this is for the people who have this specific circumstance, this is a very narrow definition. This because radiation clearly helps when it's targeted at a tumor rather than an area. You don't want to hit an area. That's not selective. You want selective radiation, like beam therapy at a particular tumor. If that's the case, it's an entirely different question, and you cannot use this study to justify in or out with the radiation. It's a completely different beast. All right? Thank you. Links below, as usual. Beyond these videos, if you need more personalized guidance or a deeper dive into specific treatments to have your treatment be as effective as possible, I offer one-on-one sessions and medical advocacy. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, click the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel for more science-based cancer insights.